Hey guys, I'm Andre, a certified translator and a real estate concierge, and we're continuing the sweet emotional line about the guys who screwed my clients, and the guys, the video about which got you all excited and maybe more attached to the screens. I think I'll do an air tomorrow on Sunday around 16 o'clock, basically 16 o'clock local Minsk time. And we will be able to discuss things with you about how investment, how relocation works. I'll be happy to answer your questions. So book your time, get your teas ready, and get your sofas. I'll be happy to have an open discussion with you tomorrow about things. So since my company is officially relocating people to Belarus without any bullshit business about private invitations from the side or tourist invitations and everything, just specifically the real visa for relocation and the real residency after you get the necessary project, residential property or a company established or something like this. Well, I'll be happy to talk directly to you tomorrow, 16 o'clock local time. I hope you'll get some questions prepared. I won't be giving you professional consultancies. I'll be just saying that this and this and this may be resolved this way and referring you to a lawyer or an accountant or something like this in case of a complicated question. But I guess it will be very interesting to talk and it will be very informative. And none of my videos on this channel are a legal advice or a consultancy, and this is something that has to come from a licensed and certified individual. I'll remind you that I'm a certified translator and a trained real estate agent. So let's talk about this drama we have rolling. The next issues of the drama series, by the way, will be going on Patreon first, because that's the guys who are supporting me and I would like to make them happy first. And the Patreon guys that have less than $5 will probably not be able to see it. Somehow the audience here was talking about one of the most popular channels about Belarus, about some big boy. It's not the guy I'm working with, it's the guy I've heard of, met a couple of times. I respect the scale of his operations, I admire very much his style, but we're not talking about a guy like this in our videos now. We're talking about a foreigner who was introducing himself as a lawyer, and today we're going to talk about his part in the story, about the part of the story where he introduced himself as a lawyer with a local legal company, local lawyer's office, basically. There's a private company that shall remain nameless who put this guy's face on the website, and it's kind of interesting that the face is gone from the website. But yesterday we decided to pop in and maybe, get in touch with these people because they were conned in a way, if they were hoping for some fruitful cooperation from his side, dragging foreign clients in Belarus and consulting them on investment and other things, and something didn't work out. Maybe they were willing to cooperate in our investigation because we're going official now. But when me and my clients yesterday went into a lawyer's office in a fairly nice office center, leather sofas and all that crap you see in Hollywood movies, just the national flags missing, we got some cheap circus. The funny guy, who was basically a lawyer, who's also on the website of the company as a lawyer, told us that no, this gentleman was a potential cooperation guy. He was placed on the website as associate something, and as we were asking, can a person just be hanging on the website of a legal firm? It's not like a grocery store or something like this, or a volunteer website. It's supposed to be a serious thing, and make any statements, promises, whatever, have their business cards printed out, for God's sake. He said, yeah, we don't know about business cards, and yeah, we removed his face long ago, and we explained to these guys that he's a bad guy, they shouldn't cooperate with him. I don't know why you're here. I said, well, I would like to see the book of complaints. That's every business in Belarus is supposed to have this book of complaints. Sometimes you put thanks there, sometimes you put WTF questions there in that book. And that's where the circus came up. The guy, who was again a lawyer, at least theoretically, started being kind of aggressive. He started asking me if I was offering legal services, which was illegal. And I said, no, I'm just a translator, which I am, by the way, and it's not a certified thing. Secondly, he was demanding to see my passport. And this is bullshit, because only police can ask for that, and only in case you are violating laws, clearly doing so. And thirdly, the guy was trying to push the concept of private premises, you can't be here without invitation kind of thing, but it's even worse BS than the previous 2 points. So nothing happened, the book didn't materialize, and I just stepped out and said I was going to call the cops. The patrol materialized, and it's funny how a sergeant and, let's say, the guy who's between sergeants and officers, I don't know the rank in English, we're giving him a lecture about how this book must be produced and how the working hours must fit the open door of the office, and basically people just talking to people. And I don't have to be a client of the business to put a rating to these guys or to write something down in their book of complaints. The lawyer dealing in international investment was getting this lecture from a sergeant. That's hilarious, guys. Now, as you see, I'm not naming bad guys, I'm only giving you tips about what is not to be done, because it's a really expensive piece of advice, mind my words. You may be hoping you're gonna succeed with the guys who are, let's say, charging in crypto, blah, blah, blah. You may succeed, by the way. And I'm also not mentioning the legal lawyer's office, legal firm, because, you know, I've been to courts a couple of times in this country. Once I sued my builders who got me down by this amount of money. And, you know, I know the steps. So there is this guy who actively talks about taking a big boy to the police or something like that. Buddy, you haven't been to court in this country, I suppose, but if you have, that's the last piece of advice you may be giving. I don't have anything against Big Boy, not yet. And I have nothing against his channel or anything. So just mind your business, please. Unless you're supporting my channel, I don't think you can so actively teach me how to lead life. Well, this is it for the last step. There's going to be more steps next week because investigation will kickstart. And I hope that our buddy that is watching this video most likely and is not really answering our signals will do so in the coming week, because it's his last chance, last train. He can't leave the country by now, by the way, and we will have to cooperate with the investigation and play ball this way or the other. I hope you're enjoying the show, guys. Again, tomorrow 16 o'clock I'll have an air video. First time I'm having one, so that's gonna be kinda tough for me with the equipment and everything, and with the spot to film, because most of the spots are kinda open air things and it's not the best in this climate. But I hope there'll be a nice show and a nice talk to you. So get ready your questions and things. That's gonna be a nice bonus. Thank you for supporting the channel. Donation links are down below. The thanks button under the video is also working for most of the Western users, for all of the Western users basically. And this was Andrei from Minsk, and I hope to see you again soon from Minsk with love. Cheers. Thank you very much.